I'm so frozen. I can't talk.
You're spitting.
Today we're going to take a peek behind the curtain at what kind of technologies are being used in the Olympics at Sochi and by the athletes. I'm Callie Lewis. Welcome to GeekBeat. This episode of GeekBeatTV is brought to you by Squarespace. First off, if you weren't paying attention to social media over the weekend, you might not know that after many requests by you guys, we have GeekBeat t-shirts for sale now. But here's the thing, we're only doing one batch of these things, so you only have this week to buy them. We can't place the order until we know how many you want. If you're a patron who's supporting the show at the $25 a month level or higher, you get one t-shirt for free. Everyone else, go to geekbeat.tv/t-shirt-orders to get yours. And yes, we are shipping them internationally. Instructions for that are on the page. Speaking of the patrons, thanks to all of you who are supporting us. We even had a high school student join this weekend, and we all know how little extra cash students have, so that means the world to us. geekbeat.tv/patrons to learn more about what goodies you can get for pledging. Okay, so the Sochi Winter Olympics. NBC is showing more of the games than ever before. 1,539 hours of coverage. All 90 events are being streamed live, and over 1,000 hours are available online. Of course, they've locked it down so you can only access that coverage online if you verify that you have a cable subscription. Seriously, I tried to find some clever methods of getting it without a subscription for us cable cutters, but there aren't great options without setting up a VPN and accessing BBC's online streams, or borrowing a friend's username and password for their cable subscription. But hey, I did not tell you to do that. Maybe next go around, we'll be watching streams from a network of Google Glass wearers. But oddly enough, I can't find a single mention of Google Glass in the Olympics. It's like they've banned Glass and have set up a reality distortion field or something online. Huh. Conspiracy. Anyway.
In Russia, Glass watches you.
Right. Technology has always played a role in the Olympics. It's a huge production and can't be done without some amount of tech help. But this year, man, oh man, there's more technology in play than ever before, from the infrastructure to the athletes wearing it. Sony is a big fan of the Olympics. What you watch on TV will be coming to you from more than 70 Sony HD cameras, both studio cams and in the field. They also are using the Sony F55 4K camera, probably more for future viewing than anything. In order to get the feeds from all those cameras and broadcast them from the control room, they'll be using the Sony MVS 6530 and the MVS 7000 production switchers. They have over 500 Sony monitors displaying all the action, 50 EVS XT2 and XT3 HD video servers, 40 IP directors for replays. They're relying on the Avid Media Asset Management System and have 384 terabytes of storage. Brevity is handling rendering of the graphics live, while at the same time transferring graphics to the appropriate people for editing. 50 Live U mobile backpacks will be scattered across the games to capture the action. Oh, I could go on and on and on. The scope of technologies they have used is just insane. I can't even say it. If you want more about that, check out the links in the show notes. What I find more interesting is how the athletes themselves are using and wearing tech to make them better. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But before we do, it occurs to me that some of you are super fans of some of these athletes. What better way to show your love and appreciation for all they do than with a fan site, which you can set up very easily at squarespace.com. They have over 20 templates that you can then customize. It saves you from starting from scratch. No point in doing that, right? And the system is as easy as drag and drop, so you don't even have to know any code to do it. And happy birthday to them. They're 10 years old today. Well, not today, but like recently. Now, 10 years old. Now. Congratulations. Give it a try for whatever passion you want to share with the world at squarespace.com and use offer code GeekBeat2 to get 10% off. That's GeekBeat2 because it's February. There's a huge movement in wearable trackers to tell us how fit we are. Imagine someday soon that those trackers are small enough and integrate into an athlete's clothes that they wear as they ski down the slopes. When the Jaybird Rain fitness tracker comes out later this year, it should be taking a step closer to the possibility, since it's smart enough to tell when you need to rest and when you can push yourself harder at the gym, even when you don't think you can. Combine that kind of intelligence with technology like the Reebok Checklight sensor that can tell a coach if a football player has suffered a concussion, and you can see a future where Olympic athletes, the best of the best, are not only able to know more about their bodies during an event and learn from it, but a social future where you, the viewer, could track them as well if you wanted to. Well, we're not there yet, but athletes are at least using mobile apps to help them train before the games. For example, Patrick Deneen and his coach Pat, his father also, uses an iPad app called Coach's Eye. Patrick does his thing like normal during training, and the coach records it with the app. As soon as the ski jumps are over, the coach can begin analyzing it. Take a look at the jump frame by frame, make notes about what needs to be improved on, and send it to Patrick by the time he reaches the top of the hill to go at it again. He knows immediately what to change. And the app even tracks time between each attempt so they can determine if changes actually slowed him down or sped him up. The USA bobsled team are using a different app called UberSense. The idea is the same: record the motion, play it back, make notes, track progress, become a better athlete. When you can see what you're doing wrong, you have that much more power to improve. And by the way, these apps aren't special apps that were made for Olympic hopefuls only. These are apps that you can download and use for your own training in whatever sport it is you love. Under Armour is outfitting the USA speed skating team. USA speed skating. That is hard to say. You try saying it. Anyway, with a suit called Mach 39. I actually told you guys about this when it was still in development. It's a full-body skin suit that is supposed to make the athlete faster. In development, they performed all kinds of wind tests on different materials and found that the dents in golf balls improve the way the ball flies through the air. So the suit has those same little dents throughout it so they can really soar. Great Britain snowboarder Zoe Gillings is using a pair of goggles that cost £35,000. What can they possibly do that's worth that kind of money? Well, turns out in past races, she's looked at other athletes as they flew into sight, a natural reaction, so you don't hit them. But it slows a racer down. So these goggles have a camera that's focused on her eyes and another one that's facing outwards, essentially her own view, so it can track what her eyes are looking at and help her stay focused on what she needs to be focused on instead. BMW's designed a super fast bobsled for the US team made out of carbon fiber. And speaking of bobsleds, the Jamaican team used crowdfunding site CrowdTilt to raise money to even get to the Olympics. They couldn't afford it otherwise. They raised almost $130,000, which was way far past their goal. Yeah, you gotta love technology and improvements in the way we do things as a society, don't you? What's your favorite Olympic sport? Leave a comment below or tweet me or ping me on Google+. Thanks so much to all of you for watching. I'm Callie Lewis. Bye!